Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to explain to you my first reaction here in Australia when I first came here in Australia. It was 2006. My first reaction was, the air. They don't have pollution. You can see clearly the sky like that. See? And you can freshly breathe fresh air. Freshly breathe. That's fine. And there is no traffic. Like when you travel, like the traveling that you take for 2 hours or 4 hours in Philippines, here you only take it for 30 minutes. And you're there already. For like 30 kilometers, you'll be there in 30 minutes for 100 kilometer per hour. Because the highway is big and then it has some branches for the small towns, like big highway, and then you exit, then that's the small town, and then if you don't want to go to that small town, you can keep going and going and going on that very long highway. And it's very good because yeah, and they have lots of runabout, very cheap, because this runabout, I don't know if you know that, but like this, like this. Like that, and that's the road. Like this is the runabout. I remembered when I was young, we have a spelling um like you need to explain what is runabout, what is a word, what is a English word, and I went and I said, this is runabout. And before I didn't know what runabout is, but when I came here, they have lots of runabout. Like you travel, it doesn't have a traffic light. Instead of traveling traffic light, then they use this type of road. So you just go in circle. If you're going here, you just go there and then there. And then if you turn here, you just go here and then turn here. You just need to look on your right side. So no there's a lot of runabout, no traffic, and not much traffic light, which is so good. No pollution, and they are so organized. I don't know, in a way, but their houses, they're all organized, like house here and then house there, not a small house here 100 square meter and then 50 square meter, not like that. And they are not too packed together. They are the community is well organized, and they have parks on the communities, like slides, seesaw. In the Philippines, we don't have much of that, which is really good. Tick. So organized. Parks, runabout, and they have this public library. If you just first came here and you don't have a computer yet, you can use their library, and you can borrow different types of books and magazines. And if every day you pay for newspaper if you want to read newspaper, but here you just go to the public library and then you can read newspaper for free, but you just need to return them, which is, for me, it's really good. Everybody share for that newspaper. And you can borrow books like how to plant roses, and science books, and name it, all those books they have. Like they have a big 2-story libraries with children's books too. And they have events as well on the library where your children can attend. As they also have free internet, which is really good, for 1 hour every day. You can borrow their internet. You can apply for job. Well, if you don't have internet yet, and a laptop, and you're new in Australia, you can borrow their internet for 1 hour per day per person. So if you are four in the family, you can borrow your brother and sisters and your mother and your father's, and you get 5 hours free of internet every day. You can also borrow DVD, like 12 pieces of DVD in 2 weeks. You need to return them in 2 weeks, because if you don't, you will get fined. You will pay penalty like that. So it's really good. Public libraries are so good. They also have Medicare. Medicare, it's free. If you have that card, you just need to apply, give them some identification that you're permanent resident and all that, and you get free doctors, free medicine if you get admitted to hospitals. You get free surgery, not to make your boobie big or something like that type of surgery, but a proper surgery, not not constructive surgery, kind of, not a to make you beautiful type of surgery. So free doctors, free medicine, only if you go to the hospital, like public hospital, and the public hospital will supply their own medicine for free. They won't bill you. But if you go to private hospital, they'll bill you. And free surgery, if you get accident in the street, the government will pay, not pay, but like help you with the payment. And they have the Centrelink. Centrelink is like, if you, they help everyone that are not capable of paying themselves. Like, for example, you're studying, you don't have job yet, the government will help you, like $200. They'll give you $200 to $500 a fortnight to support for your studies. But you need to prove to them that you don't have a job and you really need a hand. Because if you have a job, they will find out, because over here there's not much job that are cash on hand. Everything is on the bank, and the bank will supply that you earn this much on the bank will give a statement of your account to the Centrelink, and they will find out that you earned money, and they will stop supporting you once you find a job. And if you're looking for a job, you need to prove to them that you're actively looking for a job. You need to report to them that you submitted some resume and all that. And you'll get a support as well. And if you become disabled, you just need to prove to them that you are disabled and unable to really work. Then they will support you. If you become pregnant and your husband can't help you, the Centrelink will help you as well. And if you become widowed, and if you become single mother, the government will also help you, which is really good. So that one, this, the pollution, it's organized, no traffic. The library, the public library is so good. Medicare, which is free health care. Centrelink. And they also have websites. Every company here, you can really search online, like simple coffee shop. They have website, and you can apply job online on them, which is really good. Like, you don't have to drive around or walk around like in the Philippines. We walk around to find a job, but over here you go on the online computer, and you can submit resume online. And They also have like companies that agency employment agencies here that help people find a job, and it's free. They don't ask for any money when you apply for the agency, when you go through agency. And not much burglars here, not much thief. If you leave your house or your car open, there is like maybe 95% that no one will touch your car or your house. No one will go inside your house. No one will even try. And it's really good that way. And there are a lots of events everywhere, like festivals, river fire. What's the river fire? It's they built a nice bridge when they built it long time ago. Since then, that they successfully um, created or built a bridge. That's the time they made a festival, like celebrate every year for the creation of that bridge, nice bridge in Brisbane. They also have Filipino festival, Italian, Spanish, name it, all types of cultures. They have festivals. If you just search it on maybe online, they will post those festivals, which is really good. There is also Jacaranda Festival, which is I love going to. It's a tree. It's a purple tree, Jacaranda, and it's really nice tree. But they have festival on that because they maybe it's a native to Australia. That's why they do festival on it. And they have Australia Day too, which is everybody stops because it's public holiday. So most of the teenagers and the childrens are in the beach on that Australia Day, and they go swimming and all that, those water activities, which is really good. They also have flower festivals here near our area. It's 1 hour from our house. It's in Toowoomba. And in Canberra, they have flower festival as well, which is really good. Their flowers, like roses, they have different types of roses here that I haven't seen in the Philippines. Like these big roses. Because in Philippines, you can see roses like small, but over here, big roses they have. And many different flowers that grow here, which I love too. Sunflower, like this big sunflower. Oh, it's really good. Plus, their fruits are so big in here in Australia. The banana, they are this long. Unlike in Philippines, the banana, I'll show you. See this? This is banana. See how big it is? How long it is? It's as long as my hand. And this is only maybe medium. There's bigger banana than this, which is really good. I really love living here in Australia, and I hope some people can come and visit here in Australia and live here too. It's really nice country to live. And what I like here as well is how they love traveling, how Australians love traveling. Like they go on boats and travel on the boats and go on cruises, and they sometimes they have caravans and they live in the caravans. It's a caravan is a like a car, like a with big truck with beds in it and sofa in it, and you can cook inside the caravan or car or truck, whatever. And it's very nice, like a tiny house. I love it. And those boats, some people live in boats and they have those tiny houses in the boats too. It's really nice. I love those culture traveling and just enjoying themselves. But OMG, Australians really work so hard. Like, I haven't seen as hard as they work. Like, they don't they don't they don't play around when they work. When they are working, they are really working, and they are so productive. Like every minute, every seconds, things are happening. Like they are producing some outcome at work. They don't just sit around at work and do nothing, but they really use all your time to produce some production, something like that. And I really admire them for that. And also when they're voting, when there is like election for president or prime minister, they call president prime minister here in Australia. And when they do like voting, you won't notice because no one will post those big posters in the street, because I think it's not allowed. Unlike in the Philippines, if it's election, you will really notice it because everywhere you can see posters of of politicians in the street. They literally stick it, like it's hard to remove and it's very dirty, not nice to see, which is really good. And also you really need to search for them because in Philippines, election is like and you won't really miss the election. But here you really need to search because it's so quiet. You can see that there's no cheeky or no cheating on it, because they don't spend much money on election. Unlike in Philippines, they spend so much, maybe millions and billions of money just for election. And you can see that there's like corruption in it, because if you spend that much, of course you will need to pay it back. Unlike here, they don't politicians don't spend that much. Maybe some people that support them, like I'll give them $1,000 and they buy postage for themselves. Maybe that's how they they promote themselves. But in Philippines, it's on the television. Imagine every seconds in the television of being there, you will spend like millions per seconds. So which is really good as well, um, when there's no corruption happening. Not much, maybe there is, but not much. um, Also the clothes here are very cheap. Not cheap 100% cheap, but you can buy like bargains, or you can buy what do you call it, second hand clothes. You can fill a bag. I really love that. Fill a bag and for $2, and then you get all those nice clothes. And you can buy many things like house things, like for cooking, like microwave. Some people that they don't like their microwave anymore, they just give it away, and some people sell it like for charity. And speaking of charity, they have lots of charities here, name it, like hundreds of them. Australians love giving and helping people. They are so nice for that, and they're very resilient. We were we were affected by flood on 2011. We bought a house and we got flooded up to here. And everybody, like, I got amazed by how quick they recover. Like the government, the military, people with wearing military clothes went to our house and just ransack, no, not ransack, but help us remove all the dirty things and need to be thrown things. And after 1 week of the flood, everything went back to normal. Like looks like nothing happened. Like people, the shops are opened again, and houses went back to normal. Not like normal, but they're already building the houses, and it's so good seeing that happen. Like, and also the prime minister, like, the in australia in Australia they have a big, the head prime minister, and every state have a, I don't know what they call it, like this one is the big prime minister, and every, like, Queensland, New South Wales, like this, like Queensland, New South Wales, it's a state. They have another prime minister. They have another prime minister, and the prime minister kind of Queensland, she's on TV all the time, like for the whole 24/7, like telling us that we need to be careful and telling us where to find some donations and where to find financial assistance and those things, and many things that they did. It's very organized and well prepared for those things that happen. And also I admired Australians because the the firemen of Australia goes to different country to help, like, oh, you're helping other country, it's like, it's, they are so helpful, like not just for their own people, but they also go around to help people around the world. They help in Amazon, and they help in other countries that got affected by fire, like Indonesia, I think, from memory. And they helped them, and they helped the child, the children or the teens that got stuck in the cave. They helped them get out of the cave. And they're so good. They are so active around the world helping people. Yeah, Australians really love helping. Maybe because there is no rich and poor here in Australia. When you become poor, the government will help you. Like if you're just starting to with your life, like being a student, finding a job, um, you become, what I told you, that you became um, single mom or single parent, the government will help you until you become stable, and time to give back to the government when you become doctor or attorney. Then you go give back to the government by, sometimes if you earn a lot, like so much, the government will get almost 50% of your income, like 50-50. The government will get the 50 and your income will get the 50. So you won't really become very, very rich. Unlike in the Philippines, when you become rich, the tax sometimes is remains 10% or 20%. So when you become very, very rich, you can really become very, very, very rich, because if you earn 2 billion, 1 million, your income, your tax will only be remain 25% or so. But here, if you earn 2 million or so, or I don't think there is, maybe some sports people earn 2 million, but for example, hang on a minute. Bye.